Kalulu mumawa aja kapenta, kalulu mumawa aja kapenta, timucheke pamimba ngati aja kapenta, timucheke pamimba ngati aja kapenta. Oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, ngati aja kapenta. Oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, oh yeah yeah, ngati aja kapenta.
That when you are illiterate, you are more like blind. You can't see. Yeah? So literacy opens you up to a lot of opportunities, including opportunities around you. Yeah? By reading, you understand other people. By reading, you understand the potential around you. By reading, you communicate what you want to do, your ideas, your plans. You understand through reading other people's plans. Yeah? And therefore, the potential for a human being to explode is higher when you are literate.
In one of the tests that we did in Chongwe, we discovered that of all the respondents that we did, 15% of them couldn't read. And those ranged between grade 6 all the way to grade 9. 50% of them could barely read.
Literacy is one of our big problems in this country. Too many people illiterate, and a lot of children coming out of school at grade 7 illiterate. And those that progress to grade 8, 12 and come to this university or any other university or tertiary institution, they have problems with reading, problems with writing. So it's very important that we get it right at school level. The reason being that we still have teachers who believe that to go English first is better. To go English first has a status. To go English first has economic promise. Yeah? But our thrust is to advise that in fact, when children start in their local language, yeah, the English gets better. So it's not a disadvantage. So that message has to reach the teachers so that they can believe in it and promote the local language. That there's a lot of manipulation going on in this world. A lot of nations manipulating other nations because of simply lacking knowledge. Okay? People take advantage of others. There are lots of problems in this world that are as a result of people not being able to see through what others are doing. And I think literacy is very, very important in seeing through.
The Grapho game is very good. I know it has been piloted and it has been used in some of the schools. And some of those children that have been on the Grapho game have improved tremendously in their reading because the focus has been the letter sound association. And when the child has a letter sound association, he's better placed for reading because he has a better skill in word attack. And especially when they are reading this language like vernacular languages. So the Grapho game has been helpful in that one. Especially now that most of the schools have got computers. And most of the schools are going ICT. So the Grapho game is very helpful in that the teachers could use that to teach the children. They could maybe initially teach the children how to get onto the computer and then put them the headphones and listen and use it. And then besides that, they could also give it to the children to use at home. Yeah, because there are certain phones that can use the Grapho game. Then they could relate with the children and the parents that these children go home and practice using the same one.
Because as soon as the children know how to read, they need to be provided with an opportunity in the language in which they get the reading skills, to read the materials in their local language and therefore develop the skill.
We have a critical shortage of reading materials, especially at initial stage in elementary schools. There are not many people who are involved in writing children's storybooks. So those are lacking in our schools, and those are supposed to support the functional literacy of our children.
Every Zambian, if not the majority of them, have access to mobile phones. So if material was to be produced in the mother tongue, a lot of people will have access to it through mobile phones.
Kalulu mumawa aja kapenta, kalulu mumawa aja kapenta, timucheke pamimba ngati aja kapenta.
Kalulu mumawa aja kapenta, timucheke pamimba ngati aja kapenta.
Okay, so you can hear the song, you can read the song, and if possible, follow the song if you're able to read it. That's an excellent idea. That I think all initiatives that would reinforce reading and promote the local language, excellent idea.
I think the conducive environment here is very good for that. It's very pro-private sector. Government at every levels, they acknowledge that for development, really, they need private sector efforts. Public sector cannot do it alone. And that's why the government policies here are very consistent. They want to promote private sector development. They want to promote manufacturing. We are working hard with the government to really, as part of our Aid for Trade programs, to remove barriers for trade, to reduce the cost of doing business here, and to increase the competitiveness of the private sector here. There is a lot still to be done, but Zambia has consistently made improvement. Zambia has improved the position in the doing business index every year. And I think that this commitment by the government and the private sector here gives a very good basis for piloting this kind of innovative projects.